Welcome everyone to our call for Sweet Aroma Chicago. We're so excited to have everybody on today. Our special guest is Haley. She is a superstar consultant. And okay, her favorite scents, give me candy. I was like floored, give me candy. So funny to me. I'm glad that you love it. I can't stand that set. It's so funny how everybody's different. Craneapple
It's probably
crumble,
not like my top favorite, but it's up there.
Craneapple crumble, no, that's a good one. And fluffy fleece, I love.
Yes.
We met
Use
her
it in the laundry.
babies or littles. They're so pretty, beautiful family. She's like Martha Stewart, and I did not know this. She like just recently, she loves to bake and she makes her own butter. Like she's little Martha Stewart over there. She leads a team of 13 and she joined Scentsy June 9th of 2022 and has sold $41,455 since she joined. So that's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you.
Okay.
If you guys have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. You can raise your hand, whatever you need to do. We are going to learn all the things. She just promoted last month to superstar consultant and was mind-blowing impressive on everything she did.
Oh no. Okay. So she kind of said a little bit, but my name is Haley, if you don't know me, and I am from a little town in Missouri called Sturgeon. It's not very big at all. And I'm married to my high school sweetheart, and we have these beautiful babies. And I am awful at this whole live thing, so I'm sorry if I ramble. I'm going to try not to. But here we go. So yes, I started last June whenever there was that $25 promo. And I was already buying quite a bit. I actually had a party under Dallas. And I was like, you know, it's $25. What could I lose? So I asked Dallas a few questions and I was like, okay, I'm just going to do it. We're going to do it. I mean, what's it going to hurt? So I did it. And then in July, they had the free shooting star kit, which I did not know anything about that at first. And then when I had my first very successful party, I learned that I hit shooting star. And then I got this huge kit in the mail for free. And I was like, what am I going to do with all of this? But needless to say, I had goals from the start. And I knew I wanted to do more than just buy Scentsy. So let's see. I got my little notes here. So like Martha said, I've been doing it for 16 months and just promoted last month, which I did not think would happen this soon, but I am very grateful that it did. And I'm thankful for my team. And I'm so proud of them and myself because I have really stepped out of my comfort zone whenever it comes to parties, obviously. So that's kind of what I'm here to talk to you guys about. And at first I was struggling on what I was going to really talk about because it's just stuff that I've learned to do day to day. But I will say that SFR changed me for sure. And I only went to SFR, not only, but I had earned the incentive trip, but I had this little guy the same time, so I couldn't go. So I chose SFR as my incentive. And I am so blessed and so glad that I did that because I learned so much. Sorry. So I'm just going to start by with, you have to stay consistent. I, for the first 8 months, scheduled my posts out for parties for my VIP page, and I kind of have slacked lately doing that, but I will say in the beginning I stayed very consistent with that, and I have had multiple parties because of that. And when I mean consistent, I mean post something every day, even if it's just a few little I don't know, interactive posts or anything. Okay, quit. But the next thing, posting about you and your family or what you're doing that day. I am not good at that and I hate doing it. But since SFR, I have started doing it more. I went live a few times and I wanted to throw up right before I did it, but I did it. I hated every minute of it, but Erica was like, you're going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Kind of like tonight. I was like, Erica, I'm not good at this. And she said, you're just like me and it's going to be okay. So here I am doing it. But do that, even if you hate it, because people that I didn't even know were paying attention to my post commented on it. If I make a picture or a video with her, because she's obsessed with Scentsy already, more people comment on it. And I was like, okay, well, I guess that does really work. Oh boy. Let's see. Okay. This is a big one for me. Are you gonna just make noise faces? I never used to message people ever. Careful. I'm not one to ask like, hey, do you want to have a party? And until SFR, and in SFR, let's see, I lost my spot. Hey, no. So in SFR, I posted a little wordage on my wall and got 27 parties booked in that one day. Well, 2 days, I guess, technically. Which some of them I haven't had yet, but it's 27 parties just from one little wordage that Martha gave us while we were there. And then just me reaching out and asking people, which I wouldn't have done even 8 months ago. So, no, don't press. But SFR, I will say, was absolutely mind-blowing, and it was an amazing experience, and I am so glad that I was able to go and bring these goofballs with me. You can ask my mom and husband. I did not stop talking about it our entire 13-hour drive home, just about all the things that I had learned and couldn't wait to try whenever I got home, basically. Ow. But I think that is kind of it. You guys have any questions?
All right, if you guys want to unmute yourself, feel free to chat, ask questions. And I'm just gonna, as you're thinking about something you might want to ask, there's just a few things here while she was talking. I was taking some notes and writing some things down. And one thing that really, really stuck out to me, Haley, is your determination. Your determination to succeed in spite of 3 littles. Okay. There's like, there's no excuses. You don't leave room for that. There's just, you're like, you have set it in your mind that you're going to do this. Determination to succeed is everything. And you have that determination, that discipline, scheduling out those posts, like that's huge. And that's something I've always done since we've been able to do that in my VIP group.
Yeah.
Schedule out my posts.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And that is so important because that's where the consistency comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Is making sure you have those posts, even though I said somebody was, a while back, somebody was with me and they're in my VIP group and they're like, you do not even have your phone. And I just got a notification you posted. And I was like, because I schedule out my posts. They're like,
yeah.
okay. They're like, that was really weird.
I had somebody text me and be like, man, you were up at like 4:30. And I was like, absolutely not.
Right.
I had to schedule that out.
Yep. All right. Jen, did you have I seen you're in the chat. Oh,
Hello. I
okay,
was
go ahead.
hoping you would read my question, Martha.
No, I want you to ask it.
Hello. I was just wondering what you would say that got you the 27 parties. Do you remember?
Hold on 1 second. Hey, okay, go potty. Go.
I can try and pull it up too. We
I think it was something like,
The spoil you one, right?
yes,
Spoil
that
friends and family or whatever.
you're
with
talking
free
about
Scentsy.
the
I think
one
that
we
was the
did
one.
in the meeting room at SFR. Is that the one?
Yes.
Okay. You were in there, Jen. Were you in there?
I got there the second day, remember? So maybe
Oh,
was it
that's right. I don't know what day we did it.
I think it
one
was
like,
the first day, right?
it was like I want to spoil some friends with free Scentsy or something, message below or one of those?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And then I have the wordage, and I know Martha does too, because she sent it to me, and it was what each person that had commented, I had messaged, and I got 27 booked,
Yeah. Okay.
which was insane to me.
Okay.
It was a little overwhelming, but I was so hyped from SFR. I was like, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
That's
Can,
what kicked off my that post also kicked off my the incentive period for August for me.
Yeah.
Rocking and rolling. Let me see. I don't know if I can put
Can you
it.
maybe put it like in the comments of the event or something, Martha, so we can.
Yeah. Let me see what I can do here. Somebody else have a question? Go ahead and feel free to.
What party template are you doing with your parties? Like, are you doing like the week long? Are you doing like a certain amount of
I
days or?
mean, I'm not gonna lie, they're not all the exact same. They're usually like a week or to 2 weeks long. It depends on how interactive they are. Like I've had some that have been terrible, but then I have some that do amazing. But they've all usually been at least a week long.
Do you have like the same posts that you use in each group, or are you creating new ones for each party?
Some of them, yes, I do use the same. Like if I have three, like I have 3 this week, so I'm doing them all the exact same. And then I have 3 more starting on Monday, and I'll probably do those the exact same. Yeah, come here. But sometimes I do like mix it up a little bit, especially if it doesn't get very many hits or, comments.
Do you do party points in yours?
I did it a lot in the beginning, but and if I notice that people aren't really interacting much, I will start doing more interactive posts, and then I will bump up that party points. And if I have more people interacting, then I will do it. I don't always.
But if you keep doing this, I'm gonna smack you. It's off my neck.
I'm gonna post that in Sweet Aroma because for some reason it won't let me put it in the chat.
Okay, thanks.
I'll put it in Sweet Aroma again. And then Haley, underneath there, can you put your verbiage that you're sending to people on that? Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah, no
guys.
problem.
Anyone else have questions?
No.
Oh, so Tina, go ahead. 13 teamies in 1 year. How did
Yeah.
you do that?
So, yeah, are you asking out of parties, or were you getting your recruits?
So a few were from parties, I will say that. And I've had, even the last few months, I've had people from not even my area join. Those are the ones that I'm like kind of mind blown about, because I don't know how they found me. I have no clue. They're not in any of my parties that I've had. So I don't know if there's a way. Erica was saying that maybe they like looked me up on, or typed in a zip code. Is there, I don't know how that, is that how that probably happened?
Yeah, I'm the consultant locator.
Okay.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah. Anytime. So when you promote to lead, and if you're getting paid as a lead consultant,
Mhm.
when somebody types in a zip code, you're going to come up on the consultant locator.
Okay. Yeah, because the last 3 have been people I don't even know, but I've reached out to
Awesome.
all of them. Yeah, I've reached out to all of them and like thanked them and
Stop.
asked if they needed help with anything, just kind of told them I was here and gave them my information. I know they already had it, but you know. And then I had I have a couple friends who signed up. I have my niece who was buying from me all the time. And I was like, hey, you're young. You're already buying it all the time. You might as well try it out. Oops. Let's see. But yeah, I think those are the only ways I've gone.
So the ones that just kind of randomly found you, are they selling or were they just like kidnappers or?
One of them has already, she hit shooting star, so she is selling. And then the newest one I haven't even heard back from, so I have no clue about that one. The one before that is kind of starting. She's still kind of getting her feet wet. But yeah, I have a few that do nothing also. So I will say that.
I was going to ask you something. So on your Facebook parties, I know a lot of people are following, I think her name is Whitney. She's a superstar director, her mock trial. And that one comes highly, highly recommended. If anyone needs one to follow, I don't know if you follow that one, Haley, or not, but I get a lot of my ideas from her mock trial, and I just kind of recreate them and make them my own. I feel like she has a really good format.
Okay.
Also,
Will you share that just in case I'm not?
yes, I will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Also
you.
on Facebook parties too, somebody did a poll in one of the groups I'm in, and they are saying a lot of people are doing like the weekend parties. So they're doing it like Thursday through Monday, just like
Okay.
quick weekend parties. And
Uh-huh.
those seem to be going really good, and they're using a lot of the posts from that mock trial group.
Okay.
So if that helps anybody. I have found too, it seems like when I do shorter parties, they seem to go, they're going a little bit well. I think people get bored, you know.
That's, yeah.
Or they forget they're in them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if there's not a lot of activity in there, like you're not getting those notifications as well. So
Mhm.
there's a few things contributing to that as
Yeah.
well.
And I will say the last month I have kind of slacked a little bit with scheduling posts and, you know, doing as good as I was, but
Mhm.
we got a lot going on. So I'm hoping the end of this month that I'll be able to get back at it. But I may ask my people starting on Monday if they'd rather have like a shorter party. Because I had the
It's a
three I
great
have
poll to
now.
do in your VIP group too. Yeah.
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 I didn't think about it in my VIP group.
Another thing I've started doing too is I used to try to like, oh, I got to schedule out. I'm going to go live in there. Everything had to be perfect. No, that's not reality. Like I'll go live when I'm in my car and show the mini fan diffuser. You know,
Yeah.
it's just real life, you know.
I need to be better about doing that.
And
But like I said, I hate doing it.
you know what? I don't overthink it. I think is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do it. What was that? What was her name from SFR? I can't. Megan. I can't remember her name. Anyways, just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do it. Don't overthink it. Just do it.
Something Mel Robbins.
Mel Robbins. Yes.
Yes.
Call her Mel Robbins. Yeah. And we overthink things, and then we second guess ourselves, or we start questioning ourselves. Oh, my hair looks cruddy, blah, 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 blah. All these excuses, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just do it. Because I think Facebook parties definitely have been more challenging lately. And I'm hearing that across the board pretty much from a lot of people. So I think
Yeah.
weekend parties, going live, keeping them short is a good thing to go by. All right. Any other questions? Hey,
No.
Haley. There's Haley's star director. Any
I don't
other,
know.
did anyone have any other questions, thoughts?
Me.
No?
Can anybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, now.
Can you see me?
Yes, we see.
Okay,
you.
because I don't do Zoom, so I don't even know if I don't even know if I'm doing it right.
No,
So-
you're good. You're all good.
Oh, okay. So I just have one question going back. The scheduled posts, how do you do that?
So on whenever you go to post something
Uh-huh.
and let me see if hold on, sorry, let me have this real
I
quick.
show you how, Tiffany.
Okay.
If you want, I can show her.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
No, yeah, I'll show her. I thought you knew. Tiffany. I'm
Stop.
sorry.
No,
Whoops. I will show you.
it's fine.
Talking about scheduling.
It's all hands, it's all learning, you're right. I just
Yep.
Mhm.
that's how I learn better anyways, just by figuring it out on my own.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it's kind of what I've
it's
been
definitely
doing.
a game changer to do it. I will say that.
Yeah, because sometimes I get so busy and I'm like, oh dang it, I forgot I missed the window because there's like 2 windows in the day where they say people are on their phones, they're on Facebook, whatever, and it's like 9 in the morning, and then it's like again later on, like 4 or 5, and sometimes I get too busy.
Yeah.
I
And
usually do
then-
it when I wake up, like I'm laying in bed, and I'll just, or if I'm going to bed, and I'll go and just start scheduling posts. Get ideas.
That's usually what I do, or late at night when I get these turkeys to bed.
Yeah.
You go to your post. I don't know if you can see my phone or not.
Yes, I
But-
can.
Yeah, it says schedule post right there.
Yeah.
So I have
Okay.
this is my VIP group, and then I have a business page, and I can cross promote into both of them at the same time. So I'm killing
Yep.
2 birds with 1 stone.
Oh, okay.
And
So you
that's
just
usually what I do
create-
with all of my parties. Like if I am posting something like in that time and I want to post it to all 3 of my parties, I'll do that and then I'll cross post to all of them.
Oh, that would be so helpful because I had 2 parties at the same time. I just felt like I was on my phone constantly, just trying to keep things going and keep things I just, oh my gosh, I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that again. It was overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's helpful too if you try to at least for me, well, when I have the time, sometimes it doesn't happen, but I like to say a Sunday evening, sit down and try to get as many posts as I can for the week. Just
Mhm.
so that way I have something in concrete already done and I can just post here and there then when I have a chance.
Yeah.
So much easier because then you're staying consistent without actually being consistent.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I just wing it, but
Same.
Okay. That's helpful. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Any other comments, questions that anyone want to add? Very helpful. Hey, bud.
Is anybody using like Busily or anything like that anymore?
I don't.
I've never used it.
Mm-mm.
If I can get away from paying for something, I'm not going to pay for it.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
like you could do 1 party a month for free.
Oh, they do. Okay.
So the only thing I use it for is like when people share their code, I could like upload all their posts. I could just
Yeah.
see what they are. And then
Absolutely.
I just copy paste. But then when Megan was showing us boards, I'm like, oh, a whole new world out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Boards is amazing. Is amazing. If you're
Yeah.
willing to take the time to dive into it. Yeah.
I'm still struggling with that.
Yeah.
And Canva.
When I was trying Visibly to schedule my post, I wasn't even seeing them go off, because like when I schedule a post, I get a notification, my scheduled post went off. And when I was doing it Visibly, I'm like, if I ain't seeing it, is anybody? So I was just curious if anybody was having any luck with that.
Now that you mentioned that, I actually seen somebody post about that they were having issues with it. And I don't know if that was the issues, but it's like almost like Facebook is like flagging it as like spam or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like too with the Vizzle, and there's another one, I think. I didn't like the fact that it tells you posting or scheduled from Vizzle.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want my people to know. Like, it's okay if they know sometimes that
Yeah.
I'm scheduled, but I don't want them to know everything's scheduled.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you're a robot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like in that sense. So I tried Vizzle and I was like, yeah, no, I don't like that.
Yeah, because I noticed when I was invited to other parties, and whoever the consultant was for whatever the sale was, I was like, is she in here? Because all I was seeing was post my party or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree.
There's also for me, I have so many of my customers are around the United States. They're not all like, I don't know. I do parties up Chicago area for people, I do parties down here for people, and depending upon like, this is the beach, like I'm not going to put beach warmers in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So I think you have to like, also when you do parties for people, you got to think about their culture, kind of where they're at, their location. Like there's so many things sometimes that go in. And if we just do it's across the board, I don't feel like that's always wise. Also, if somebody older, is their crowd older or younger, there's so many
Yeah.
factors you need to think about when you're doing these parties.
I will say that a couple months ago, I wasn't posting near as much. Because in the beginning, I was posting like a lot of the product, and I think it was just very overwhelming. And I started posting less, and those parties did really well. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, were you thinking people were just tired of seeing, notifications from you that they didn't pay attention anymore? Or
I mean, well, you know how like if you keep getting notifications, some people think that's overwhelming or annoying, and then they just lose interest. And I don't want to be like that, but
All right. Hey, Mandy, you have any thoughts? She's the queen of Facebook parties too.
There we go. I couldn't find the button. I'm like, oh my gosh, where'd it go? One thing that came to my mind actually when we were talking, or when Haley was just talking about showing too much, I kind of agree with that. I feel like I was overwhelming them because I was doing so many posts. I was doing, and I still do, but I try to make I post every hour from like 7 to 8 in the morning till about 9 at night. But I was starting to use more like fun things and a lot more interactive posts than sales posts. So I just try to focus on getting comments versus sales. And then on the last day, what I do, I'll feature a couple of warmers instead of a ton of warmers. On the last day, I'll do in case you missed it, even though I didn't actually share it. Just like spam them, and it'll be like one post, but it'll have like 60 pictures of my favorite warmers. And like, in case you missed it, all the wax bars. In case you missed it, all the cleaning stuff. And I group them together individually. So like the very last thing they can, if they're one of those people that need a bunch of stuff, then it's all grouped together in the sections that they need that way. So I just focus right now on commenting, and then a couple posts about Scentsy here and there. And then in case you missed it, the last day, and that seems to have worked.
I love that. I love that. Also, like, as the party is going, like, they're just having fun, and then, oh, it's ending. what am I going to buy?
Yes. Yep. And then that triggers. So other than that, in case you missed it, I just focus on goals. So, oh, now she's only this far away. Oh my goodness. Now blah, blah, blah is $25 away. Can she do it? We're hours away, like that kind of stuff. So,
yeah, super
so I do
fun.
that in between those.
How long do your parties last, Mandy?
I am still doing, well, I do 7 days where I post and then I leave the link open for an extra week. So they
Yeah.
have 2 weeks to like a pay period that they can purchase from. And then I just let them know that the link's going to be open. Usually I don't get too many orders, but every now and then there's someone that's like, I can't order until I get paid. So I keep the link open, but all in case you missed it is like right there. So when they are ready, they'll have all those posts right
That's
available.
a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did anybody ever see the where you put the why am I drawing a blank right now? Like the multiple choice. Why am I drawing a blank? Never mind.
Which format?
Are you talking about the?
No, like where you could do like, do you want, like, I basically post in a party, do you want, or are you interested in like check
This or
mark all
that?
the items you're
This or that?
interested in? And then, so what I do is I put like warmers, wax, diffusers and oils, cleaning line, laundry line, and then like all the, the guests can go
You're talking
in.
about the poll?
Yeah, sorry. Thank you. My
Okay, a
brain's
poll. Okay.
so then you don't have to really focus on the things that those people in that party aren't necessarily wanting to know about. And I mean, that doesn't always work, obviously, but then you're kind of focusing on the things those people want to see.
Mhm.
And that kind of has helped, and it's cut down like on my posting a little bit and not so overwhelming.
I like that. I've never done that. I
Mhm.
honestly, to make it less overwhelming, I've been doing all battle of the hostess parties because I used to do just single parties, and with Facebook being hit or miss right now, I feel like, well, if it's going to be a miss, at least I didn't waste my time on it because one of those is probably going to be a hit. So I've just been doing all battle of the hostess. It's all one big party. It also helps with the engaging because then there's like 50 to 150 people in the party versus 10, 15. So that's been helping too. But yeah, it's been a hit or miss for me as well.
How many hosts do you have in your battles?
I try for 5. Sometimes that doesn't happen. The last few have been a little bit slower, so they've been like 3 or 4. And then if I don't get my goal, then I try to get more parties. But this last time I went back to, it was kind of weird because I've been doing all these battle of the hostess, and then I had one really bad battle of the hostess where no one bought anything. So then I did the single parties again, and they were 2 people that had already hosted and they did good. So I don't know. It's just like, you know what it is, honestly? You're going to have a hit or miss regardless. If you do group them all together, you don't group them all together, you do this.
Yeah.
And the thing is it's really dependent on the person. Honest to God, it's dependent on the person and how active they are. So I just really try to work with the people to make sure that they're active. I send them tips every single day of like, hey, did you know by commenting, I just give those kind of tips, and like commenting will help boost the algorithm so people are actually seeing these posts. So I send those kind of tips out every single day. I'll tag them in things. Hey, did you like this? Or hey, whatever, just trying to get them to engage. But it's honestly, it really just depends on the person hosting. And I think some people get really overwhelmed because they get a flop party and then they think, oh, I suck at this, or you know what I mean? And they let it get to them. But it doesn't matter how long you do this and how great of parties or how high up you are, you're going to have flops all the time, and you just got to keep going.
Absolutely.
So how do you keep booking parties then? Because like last month when I was really trying to hustle to director, I got 8 hosts and I did two groups and just did like a fall bash like on Facebook. So I had 4 in each, and I could not book parties off of either one of those groups with 8 different hosts. I didn't get one single party.
So I've had a harder time lately with that as well. I do like to, at the end of the party, and I haven't done this in a while, it's probably why I haven't been getting as many, but if you ask the host that to send me a picture when you get your rewards and tell them that you're going to send them a prize, if they do that, then you can share that picture. Like if they're in it, bonus points, tell them bonus points, I'll give you something extra, and be like, oh my goodness, look at all this stuff this person got with their rewards. You can post it in that party. let them know that they're going to get like a little prize for doing that. And then it might also, get some people from that party. But otherwise I'll like follow up and I'll reach out and be like, hey, I know you were really active in that party, and I was just thinking that you would be a great host because you just commented on everything. And I was wondering if you liked your Scentsy, those kind of follow-ups. But sometimes I do a pick a pumpkin and, you get a free scent circle or you get a free counter clean. If, it's just all the time it's changing. The only thing that doesn't change is my goal.
Yeah.
So it's how I do it. I can't because it's just constantly changing. It's just, that didn't work. Okay, try something new. That didn't work. Try something new. And you probably noticed too, Megan, when you did that and you felt that fire, that you were getting closer to that goal, even though you were just like this close from hitting it. The determination of hitting that goal got you this close, right?
Yeah.
So when you have that intention and your focus is on your goal and you just keep going, you keep going, you keep going, you're going to find the next way. You're going to find the next way. That's where your mindset has to constantly be
Definitely.
to get there.
Yep.
Yep.
That's what we were talking about with Haley. She had that determination. Nothing was stopping her.
Mm-hmm.
No excuse mentality. You're going to find a way to make it happen.
I did
Absolutely.
forget to mention that whenever I do close out a party, I found an image that, well, 2 of them, and it says to try and get 2 parties booked from each party. And there for a while, I was getting 2 each party, and I would, like Mandy was saying, I would send the host an extra little gift, basically. But the image said something like, if you would like to earn a half off item, you basically, and you can't order, you should host a party, and then you'll get like that half off product to help out your hostess, and they would get one. And I got 2 this last month by doing that. If that makes sense.
If you find that, share that with everyone.
Yeah,
Because that,
please.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will.
I'll put
Might
a,
take me a day, but
with all the things that we talked about, we'll start a thread in Sweet Aroma. We'll just put everything in that one thread. The things that we were going to share from the call tonight in that one thread. But I think, and even when I do like my home parties, I'll have 3 or 4 different type of booking options because I am not going to leave that party unless I have 2 or 3 parties booked,
that's
And I
my
think
goal
the
now
same
is to get
way
2.
in the online parties as well. Like you've got to have a backup plans, right? And always too, whenever I go through and I do like once a week, I go through and I do my my text messages for my PWS orders. If they respond to me and they're like, oh, I love my product, I love this bar or whatever, right there, I'm going to ask them for a party. So make sure you're always doing that as well when you get PWS orders. All righty.
I've never thought about doing that. So I'm going to do that because I've gotten orders from people that I don't know as well.
Yeah. They don't always respond when I send a text message or email. I send text messages. I know some people do emails, but I always send text messages. And if they respond how much they love something or whatever, to me, that's an open door. Like, oh my goodness, you want to get some stuff for free, just make it simple. What are they going to say? No. Well,
This reminds me, this is how she hasn't signed up yet, but a girl had ordered from another little town that I didn't know her. She wasn't in any of my parties, but I got it online. I got an email. So I sent her a little Happy Mail kit with a bunch of like little samples and a scent circle and then like a little thank you card. And I texted her. Well, now she texts me all the time. She's placed like 7 different orders of over $80. And so she just got married and is finishing moving, and then she's planning to sign up under me.
awesome.
I forgot to mention that too.
That's awesome. Love that. Well, thank you, everyone. And thank you, Haley. You have inspired and motivated us. We appreciate you so much. I know you've got your hands full there.
literally.
Yes. Oh, and
Well,
I
thank
love
you guys.
I love your determination to succeed. It's very, very inspiring.
Well, thank you.
You're
I
doing
appreciate it.
amazing. Thank you everyone
Next
for
up,
taking
Proctor.
Thank you.
time. Thank you everyone for taking time out of your schedule to join us tonight, and we will chat with you later. Good night.
Thank you. Bye.